Alright, we're playing some World Links. We're on Tour 5, and we got Greenoch Point, hole 9, par 5. Alright. This hole has been in a bunch of tournaments. There really is no play out here to the right. And when you're coming down in here, it's kind of hard to see the transition between the fairway and the rough right there. This is definitely a hole that you want to bring a ball with curl. Quasar, Katana, Kingmaker. And try and stay away from that rough. I wouldn't get any closer to that rough right there than about a ring and a half. It's always a good idea if you can stay 2 and then use either more side spin or more curl on the ball to get the ball to go back in that direction. But always give yourself some maneuver room when you're up against a rough and a fairway transition like that. And that's right about where we want our ball. If we're any further than that, the trees start to become in the way. And if we're any shorter than that, then we're gonna have to do a slightly overpowered shot. Now our opponent's going at this a different way. They're trying to land on the little spit out there, but you can see how they're going through the tree. And any shot or any mistake to the right is going to put you in that tree. Now they did overpower it to try and hit over, but they got real lucky going through it, like on how it went through it right there. They're lucky they're on the fairway, but they're on the fairway short, and it's going to be very difficult for them, even with overpower, to get all the way to the point where they can drop down this hill and get onto the green. Now ideally when you're down there, you can see where my second bounce is. It's right next to the rough. And it's okay when you're in that area down there if you just barely clip the rough, because it'll still dribble out onto the green and roll right towards the hole. It'll be a little short, but it'll go right at it. And you cannot use any curl here because of those trees on the left. Don't think I can put just a little bit on there. You can put just a little teeny bit on there, but don't, if you can help it, don't use any curl at all. You got to hit the ball straight so that it stays right there along those trees and misses those trees. So even if you mess up and you hit the rough up there, it's not the end of the world. If you just barely clip the rough, it'll roll onto the green and roll down to the hole. This is a very difficult green to do a chip in from, especially at the top, because the green is so massive and there's so much movement on it that if you get caught up here at the top, you're going to be in a spot of bother to try and get that in the hole. And it's kind of hard to go long here. When you hit that green, that green is so long, and the ball you'd think that the ball would pick up speed as it's rolling down that hill, but it just kind of gradually moves along until it gets about hole high. So to actually hit it to the point where it goes past the hole and down at the bottom of the green, usually that you don't see very many people do that when they shoot this hole. Alright, we'll see if we can get our eagle. Eagle. That's what an eagle looks like on hole 9, par 5. And you will see that if that hole is anything like what it's been in the past, that hole has been in quite a few tournaments. And all of the Greenoch Point holes are actually really, really good holes to play. And they've been in several different tournaments. So knowing how to play that hole and play that hole so you can get an eagle every time is key. All right, that was, where were we? That was hole 9, par 5 at Greenoch Point. Thanks for watching.